Hello. Hang on. I'm not late. I'm right here. I was going to the bathroom. Let me turn the music down now. And I was also flipping my laundry over. Hi, everybody. Welcome on in. Oh, welcome on in. I almost said happy Thursday. And then I almost said happy Thursday, and then I almost just corrected myself to happy Tuesday. Happy Wednesday. Welcome on in. Nice sweater. It's Max's. It's Max's sweater. I had bought him this sweatshirt for Christmas last year. Yeah, for Christmas last year. And he left it here. So it's mine now. He left it here, so it's mine now. Oopsies. But welcome on in. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day today. Happy Wednesday. Not Thursday, not Tuesday, but Wednesday. Um, uh, there are some mystery pillows at my parents' house apparently right now. Somebody ordered pillows off of Amazon and no one can figure out who it was. So, um, because I just got a text message from my mom about pillows. She showed me like a box of pillows and said that it had her name on it. Um, I wonder if these are. She ordered pillow covers, but she didn't order the actual pillows. Delivered today. Wait, hang on. No, they were just the like the pillow cases. There's not actually the pillow. And my family cannot figure out who ordered these pillows. So, I'm looking through our Amazon cart right now. um to see who ordered shit. Or where they would have come from. Because I sure as hell did not order pillows. No, there is literally no sign of them. But now we have two pillows? King size memory and motion fill blend pillows that we don't know where they came from. So, Scarlet, thank you for gifting a sub to Riva. Riva, I hope you enjoy your new sub courtesy of Scarlet. Scarlet, thank you so much. That is so very kind of you. But yeah, that was the pillow predicament at the beginning that my parents just texted me about. So there you go. There you go, y'alls. Yeah, Max left yesterday. Not left me, but left yesterday. So it's now just me doing my laundry here. And that's it. So, good stuff. Mary, congrats on first pop off. Also, I found a new emote. It's a new BTTV emote that I love. It's called Shimmy. It's so stupid. You ready? Watch this just be stupid and it doesn't. Oh, where's the chat bubble? There, wait. It kind of popped up. Hold up. Let me try again. It's great. There we go. Look at it. It just goes. It's my new favorite emote right now on Twitch. It's just a BTTV emote. Also, if you can't see what they are, I would highly recommend getting the BTTV. Like, what is it? An extension or so forth? It's very good. It's just got a bunch of free emotes and so forth like that. So, rewards. Welcome on in, Scuff. Welcome on in as well. Who else we got here? Ruiva, hello. I hope you enjoy your new sub as well. Max, Scarlet, Tyra, hello. Comfy. Yeah, big comfy. This is Max's sweatshirt, which is very comfy. So I use 7TV and I see it. It should be on, it's probably on both if I had to guess. I didn't set it up with 7, but I just set it up with. At least it's not one of my channel ones on 7TV. But it is one of my channel ones on BTTV. That's the one that I update more frequently. More frequently. Not very often, but more frequently. But I found it last night. I also, when I was watching Shella last night, yesterday afternoon or like early evening-ish, I saw she was doing her villager hunting. This is Rochella on Twitch. She had a like villager hunting thing, and I'm gonna show you all this, which I think her partner like formatted this. I'm not entirely sure. Do not quote me on that. I can also close this. I can hide that now. But there's like a new villager hunting website that we're gonna be kind of using today. And it'll pop up with like statistics like on the screen here. Do you see that where it says no encounters? That's where it'll pop up. So. Also, I may have accidentally kicked somebody off my island. On Monday night, I just wanted to fish, okay? I just wanted to go in and fish and start to tackle. There's 5,000 fish that we have to catch. So. No, not accidentally. I didn't do it on purpose, but like she wanted to go, so I just let her go. Bon wanted to leave, and so I just decided to let her go. But I was fishing, and my whole purpose was just to fish, because we have to tackle the 5,000 fish like caught, and so that's what happened. And now we're gonna go villager hunting just a little bit, so just a little bit. Out here. You kicked Max off? Yeah, I kicked Max off the island. That's why he's not here anymore. Precisely. What the fuck? Why do we Why do we have a golden Capitrain right now? Out of all times. Okay, sure. Love it. Well, if you want your golden Kappa emote, there's the train for whatever reason. Hi Bimo, hi Jinx, welcome on in gamers. Send random hype trains. Now there's random golden Kappa trains, apparently. Hang on. There we go. Oh, here's a golden Kappa train for you. Well, cool. But yeah, so I was watching last night and a couple people were using it. Yeah. I think that's it. What else is new? Last night I fell asleep on the couch. that was it. I fell asleep on the couch, woke up at 4 a.m. and then got into bed. I had this morning, I had a deep line into the side of my face where my glasses were. Real rough. Real rough out here. CM Lambert, thank you for the 48 months. Oh my goodness gracious. Happy 4 years. Welcome back on Into Lovely Loser Club. I hope you enjoy your continued sub badge and your continued use of emotes out here. I truly appreciate it. My couch be gripping my body like legit. My couch is so comfy. No joke. That it's just like I fall asleep anytime I'm on the couch. I fall asleep anytime I'm on the couch. So, good stuff. Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. But not good was that I woke up at 4 a.m. to get into my actual bed. So, there we are. The only other thing that I did yesterday was I have now uploaded and scheduled like a good chunk of VODs onto the VOD channel of all of the Animal Crossing speedrun days. There's 1 through 4. They're scheduled to go up like every other day. So I will have a backlog of those being uploaded onto the VOD channel as we complete this challenge. So if you ever miss a stream and you would prefer to watch it on YouTube rather than on a Twitch VOD, it's been being uploaded. So there you go. And it's literally just the full stream. So I have uploaded it with some. Yeah, that's it. Just uploaded them. And then the numbers in the title, which stream it is, as well as like the stream date. And the little like numbers also in the corner of the what's it called? In the corner of the thumbnail. I realized I can make that bigger. The lyrics there. Not the lyrics. The lyrics in the like the wording on top of the thumbnail there. I could probably make that a bit bigger, but there we go. There we go. And in case you didn't know that I had a VOD channel, I do. Ta-da! 20-something loser VODs. That's it. What's uploaded on here? Oh, they're also all going to be in a playlist as well. So if you're looking for them and you want to watch all of them at once. All of my speedruns are like uploaded here, all my like PBs. My Abigail marriage speedrun got approved, gamers. We freaking did it. Third place. Locked it down. It was approved. Very happy about that. Very, very happy about that. So, that was approved. Oh, you know what else was approved? Shoot, I need to actually like look at that. I am now I'm now a moderator for the Strange Antiquities page. So if any of my friends are listening that also speedrun this game, I'm apparently the one in charge of it now. So don't really know what I'm supposed to do, but here we are. But I will have to like update it and stuff like that. So we'll see. I'll be making categories and such like that. The moderators have not have not set up any categories yet. Yeah, because the categories are me. Who got it up? Me. Yeah. Who uploaded it? Yeah, me. I requested it. New. They were like, nah, you do it. Yeah, well, like, nobody, you have to, like, request the game, I guess. And so literally all I did was request the game, and then that was it. So I guess I should probably follow it so that I can like update the images and stuff like that. Where's Strange Horticulture? All discovered. I'm just doing the any percentage and then all identified. And then I'm just gonna like update all the stuff as we go along. I don't know. I realize that I have to do that now. So my bad. Oops. Hee hee. Guess I should just start doing that. I was just going through my VOD channel and then I remembered that I requested it the other day. I messaged Grace about it because, yeah. Oh, I requested it because I asked for feedback on my GDQ submission run. And, they had some interesting words for me. They didn't say it. It was fine, is what it was. I should clarify. The wording that they chose was a little jank. But they said that there was nothing wrong with my submission video. So, that's all. Because that's what I was looking for. But so if you didn't know that I have a VOD channel, I have a VOD channel. That's all to say that this is it. There you go. And if you want to see any like runs that I submit to various places, they're all here. My entire perfection speedrun. Multiple other ones, my Minami Lane ones, my little to the left. When we did like an all recipes run. What else? Old melatonin ones. All the Just Dance ones. Strange horticulture's even back here. There's a full playthrough of Mail Time and a 14 patches speedrun here. And then a lot of like old marriage runs that are on here as well too. If you want to see me all the way back 4 years ago in my... This would have been the second apartment that I streamed out of. Second? Yeah. Second apartment that I streamed out of. Before I moved. I'm trying to see when I moved. Bum, bum, bum. Nope. Oh, it was after the crab dance, because this was me moving. There was everything gone out of my living room. That's when I moved. There we go. After this one. This was some of the first ones in this place. Because I did the crab costume Just Dance, and then I moved. So there we go. So yeah, I have a VOD channel. I'm uploading all the Animal Crossing streams. That's where we're at. Alrighty, that's where we're at. So, what's up, Gut? Also, hi, Nia. Hello, Bruce. Welcome on in. Was early doors of our friendship? What a throwback. Yeah, what a throwback. Isn't that a... Wait, hang on. Isn't that a video on my, like, actual channel? Didn't I, like... Switch account? Don't I have a... Go to my channel. Videos. I last uploaded probably over a year ago if I had to... It says a year ago. Yeah, that was an actual video. I turned it into an actual video. I don't know how I turned it into an actual video. I would assume it would get copywritten, but oopsies. My entire Cult of the Lamb playthrough is on here. There's a lot of random speedruns on here too. So if you're looking for random ones, I'm most proud of some of those thumbnails that I actually like had commissioned. So decent. Party. Alrighty. Let's do our what am I talking about? I've just kind of been all over the place here already today, and that's okay. I'm just going to say that that's okay and go from there. Let's do our crossword, and then we will do some village hunting. Also good minus the back. Twisted something yesterday. Oof, I'm so sorry. Yikes. If it makes you feel any better, my ankle has been hurting since I think Monday evening. But I don't know what I did to it. Out of solidarity, out of solidarity of you telling me that your back hurts, I'm telling you that my foot hurts. There you go. But there is our crossword for anyone who would like to join on in. We will get started here in just a little bit. Our time to beat old chat. Yeah, we are old chat out here. So did you incorrectly pick up a 40-pack of water? I did not. I probably rammed my foot into something, or I just like rolled my ankle weirdly. But I don't know. It's been kind of fine. We're making do. We are most certainly making do out here. Alrighty, if you've never joined us for a crossword before, you're in for a treat. We try and speedrun this together as fast as possible. Our time to beat for Wednesday is 1 minute and 54 seconds. If you think you know an answer, you can either 1, drop it in chat, or 2, click on that link that I put into chat, and you can join on into the actual crossword. It'll give you a fun little nickname, such as mine is Thrifty Sea Snail. You can literally input answers directly into the crossword itself. Our only rules are don't hit reveal, because it'll spoil it for everybody. You can use check as much as you'd like, and then just don't start yet, because I'm going to reset it. So, I'll give people just a little bit longer to join on in. So make sure to join on into our crossword here. Today's energy drink of choice is an Alani. Because that's what I still had in my fridge. I had a case of Alani left on my shelves. I was like, oh, I should probably drink these. I finished off the Celsius, so looks like I have to move on to Alani out of all of them. So, alrighty, gamers. Here we go with our crossword in 3, 2, 1, go. Debit card feature. Petro Canada rival. God in the Hagda. Frost. Yeah, I didn't think. Yeah, there we go. Chip. That's exact. There we go. Now I'm caught up. Frost. Flirty growl. What? Dead. Dead ass is rawr. Swerve dangerously. Wildflower with showy red bracts only. MIT Sloan degree. Photoreceptor cell. I should know this one. I don't. Mockumentary about one of England's loudest bands. This is. Wait, huh? This is Spinal Tap? Wow, so fast. Leaves partway through. Unexpected turn. Is it just a U-turn? Not so fast? I think it is not so fast. You're so right. It is not a U-turn. Rawr. French article. It's French, not Spanish. Fabrication. Line in Hamlet's to sleep, perchance to dream soliloquy. Sigma follower. Fairy tale fiends. Ogres? Gravel size. Mare's meal? Hey. Style in a swimming medley. Ali. Sweets. Bum bum. Box. Don't know. Good thinking. Cranky state. Get out of here. Scram. Oh. Doesn't fit. Never mind. Sweets. Fault line? Gets too personal. Savannah Grazer. I don't know what it is that starts with O-R. No way they're gonna. Oh, it is scat. You're so right. Do something. Blot. Is it just dab? Like brain activity. Neural? Okay. Blank fables. Aesop's fables? With crisp resolution. Photographer Golden. Big Bang. Oh, TNT. That shouldn't have been possible. How? In a position to. Bog down. Kurt? Roofer's tool. Lewis in the news. Yeah, that's what it seems like. Swerve dangerously. Do something. Apt? Nope. Act. You're so right. Article of Faith is a tenant. Roofer's tool. Fashion style related to Lux Grunge. Boho chic. Fuck. Is what that is. Invite to coffee, say. Ask out. You're not wrong. Three-legged race briefly. Matching game with diamonds, squiggles, and ovals? Couldn't tell ya. Let's see. Frost. Still don't know what that one is. What is this? Gets too personal? Hmm. What? HOA for Frost? Prize. Whore? What the? I'm. Staple gun. Snot. Snit. What the fuck is Hoarfrost? Oh. Interesting. I did not realize that was a word, but good to know. Snit. Okay. Sweets. Okay. They meant that for that. I was wondering what that animal was. Or Oribi? Oh. Cute. Very cute. Alrighty here, y'alls. I believe we should first things first. Yeah, I can see it on my main screen here. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. We want systems. Hi, Sleep. Thank you for the 14 months. Welcome back on Until I Lose a Club. I hope you enjoy your continued sub badge and your continued use of emotes out here. I truly appreciate it. Yeah, it should be fine for. So I would have played it Monday, so that would have been 2 days ago. We should be good. Alrighty, y'all. Let's see if we're gonna be ending up going on a little villager hunt or so out here. Hang on. I gotta get back in the middle. I gotta get back in the middle. I know it says no encounters yet. That's because I have a thing that will allow me to villager hunt. I also updated my own spreadsheet, my checklist. So now it has all the KK Slider songs. So I can check those off. And I'm making one so I can check off all the flowers. We're working on that. So I'm getting there. I love that we're shiny hunting villagers. We're not shiny hunting villagers. Oh, no encounters yet? Oh. Island encounters. So, thank you. Island encounters. Alrighty. Party! Oh yeah, so I was fishing. And because I was fishing... Also, let's do this now. I can turn off my Spotify music. I just put everything in the box. I only caught one new fish, so I put that off to the side. So... Oh, and red was on my island. So I had to buy. Sorry. I missed that part. We're gonna be villager hunting. So it is just an overlay right now. I can hide it here. But it'll pop up with who we last... Like, I'll be able to, like, input who we last saw. Into that section. So... Which, we do have a little bit more Nook Miles to be able to work with here a little bit. Not too much, but a little bit. There's some hoarfrost on your island? Oh, yeah. Oop, I didn't mean to do this. I think there's more than just a little hoarfrost on my island. Okay, house fucking slaps. Alrighty, I need to... I'm gonna update my, my little thing here. And by little thing, I mean my documentation. KK Adventure. We've got KK Blues, KK Bossa, KK Corral, KK Condor, KK Country, KK Disco, KK Dub, KK Flamenco, where are we? KK Gumbo is the next one. KK House, KK Island, KK Kumai, KK Mambo, KK Mariachi, KK Milonga, KK whatever that one is, KK Rally is what it is, KK Rock, KK Samba. Where is... Now we've got to scroll all the way down to W. KK Waltz. What are you? KK Western. Neapolitan. Pondering. Rockin' KK. To the Edge and 2 days ago and Welcome Horizons. We are 27% of the way complete for all the KK songs right now. 27%. You might be thinking, oh, like it looks like you have a decent amount of KK songs. 27% of the way complete. I'm gonna go ahead and put this other gyroid up on the wall here. That's a new one. Looks good. And what else do we need to put in here? Festive tree. Ooh, I saw this. This was very good. Oh, that's the statue. I also grabbed a bunch of clams and turned them into bait for when we eventually have to look for all the fish. So, that's the statue. Alrighty, we're good to go. So we'll go say goodbye to Bonbon, and then we can fast forward a day. Tomorrow will also be a KK Slider day, so that'll be interesting. We will also need a couple of, we need to put down a couple of bridges. So I'll start with one bridge and then we'll go from there. Let's look for all of our fossils. I saved also. Also, so far in the time that I've been here, Taylor has fallen down the stairs. He's fallen down the stairs. Is he okay? Holy cow. Oh gosh. We found an I found an oarfish. I caught an oarfish. So, he's fine. I did jump to check on him. Okay. Well, I'm glad that he's okay. A jingloid. That does not sound okay. Alrighty. And then I saved all of our fossils from the day prior. I found them and then I just saved them so that I could donate them on stream and start a collection. Oh, you know what we do have to do though? We gotta make perfect snow boys. Snowmen. Calling it a snow boy felt really weird. We've got some blue flowers. Let's go. These are all wind flowers though, aren't they? Yeah. Pink and blue. Perfect. I'm gonna take them to another spot to breed. It should be orange, right? And this should just be white. Regular white, right? Yeah. So let's put the regular white back down here. This should also be orange. Which we can put down here. This should be yellow, which we can get rid of. Is this yellow? I don't know how we got a yellow flower in between a bunch of reds. But that's neither here nor there. Look at those potatoes over there. We should be able to harvest those here pretty soon then. Most certainly. We'll come back for those. I gotta go move all these out of the way. How do I wait? I gotta figure out how to breed the windflowers now. ACNH flowers. Do we want to dig up the bread ones? Yes. So that I can breed them to be different colors. Open image in new tab. So like I needed to move the pink and the blue ones so that I can move them together to make this new kind of red hybrid or this pink hybrid here. So that we can eventually get purple. That makes sense. The orange I don't really care about. Like, we're already done. I already have orange. I need the orange tulips to be purple. And then the other ones I don't really care about. Like, I don't need a yellow rose. Any more yellow roses. So. Beep, beep. Forgot about the difficult ones? Yeah. The difficult ones. We're just looking for one more fossil somewhere. Also, Bonbon should be in our house. We will say goodbye to her. Sorry, bestie. It's time to say goodbye to Bonbon. Goodbye. You are so cute. I love you, but it's time for you to go. Also, the reason why I'm getting rid of Bonbon, even though she's very sweet, is simply because she is in her old house. She's not in a new house. Gosh dang it, Ursula, really? A nickname? Check it. Reverb? That's pretty lousy. What should I call you then? Lee. Actually? Do I already have Joy-Con for it? I will be deadass. I will be so sad if I already. I should call you loser? Got it. This is when I would get on Nookazon and sell her. It sounds so bad. I think, yeah. I mean, but also, I know a lot of people that use Nookazon. I never did when I was, like, just playing casually. And I don't know, even before, I never went about using it. I probably should have, and definitely could have. But I did not. There's a fossil. I thought I saw another one over here. Yeah, there we go. Flo wants to leave my island. I'm gonna let her go. Why not? Unless you feel dramatically attached to her, right? I know you only really dramatically feel attached to Nan. No, it's time. Yeah. Time to go villager hunting! And Octavian? You're willing to get rid of Octavian? Wow, I'm shocked. Alrighty, let me do my fossils over here. Also, we need to... Not Octavian. I do not like really any of... No, no, no. I'm a... oh, you're attached to him. I don't like any of the octopus. Blathers, you better tell me out of these 10. Not even the pink one? Not really. Marina's like, okay. I don't really like the rest of them at all. They're like just passes for me. I would much rather have others. I do want Eugene. You sold Eugene back in the day? Damn. Spino torso. Okay. Hang on. We've got a gallant statue. The ant and whatever this is. This. And an oarfish. I found the gallant statue. There. And now fish, northern oarfish. Okay, let's go get our daily coffee while we're here as well, too. Probably gonna use the chai card, actually. What do you mean you're probably gonna use the chai card? Did you take them? Is this how I found out that Max took my amiibo cards? I took the one. We talked about this. No, it's fine. That is a-okay. I wasn't gonna use them anyways at the current moment. At least not with this island, so... It is a-okay. Oh, didn't you said your sister wanted that one, right? Yes. I don't really like gorilla at all. I also don't like any of the gorillas. Yeah, that was the talk? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, the only one that I like is... Yeah. All the other ones are cute except for Rilla. You would have thought that Hello Kitty would be a kitty, like a cat, but I don't know. My nose is so itchy, hang on. Now that's coffee. What was the point? Yeah, good question. Couldn't tell you. Could not tell you. I do want to look at what my art looks like back here. We do have a couple of the statues. We've got that one now. I think we have... There should be another one. I don't remember where it is, though. There it is. Whoa! They want to let people hit Hello Kitty with a net? When they made the gorilla, yeah. And her being a gorilla only makes me want to hit her. Hit that one more. Bum, ba-dum. Alright, I'm gonna go sell some of the stuff. I don't know. We have to look for where you put the bells. The little bell thing. Jump. Oh my god. And then I'll put some money into another bridge. What is that in the back? What are you? Okay, nothing that I really want. I want to sell. What are you offering? Well, I'm actually offering all of this here. So if you could very kindly take this off my hands, that would be great. And this boot. 35k. So close. Bum, bum, ba-doo. Ow. Oh, my knee. Bum, bum, ba-dum. Oh, I haven't found the new recipe card for the day. But let's stop at Kicks first. No rush at all. Well, don't mind if I do. Actually, I'm gonna take this little one. This tiny little purse. I'm buying. And then I would like to take... none of those shoes, but maybe these little socks. Because they're just cute little socks. I'm buying. The rest of these are kind of ugly Kicks, I cannot lie. Yeah, wearing the socks is totally fine. Okay. It looks normal still. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. I did not log in yesterday, so I did not get the Nook Mile, so it's gonna be 50 today. Thanks. Nook shopping. Let's start there. With my KK music. KK Hop. That's a new one for me. Beautiful. Hey, Tom Nook. I would like a new bridge, actually. Because I'm going to put it directly in front of a couple of waterfalls. I would like a bridge. How can I help you? Let's make a bridge. I would like a pretty bridge. I think we're just gonna go with this Zen bridge, which is over 200k, unfortunately. Perfect. We need to look for our recipe of the day and where the little like gold. I know what I'm talking about. Oh, there it is. Never mind. I don't have to look for it. I found it. I found it. Now let's look for a recipe. And then we'll put down our new bridge. Oh, what's Olivia doing inside? Let's see. Is she sick or is she crafting something? She's crafting. Let's go. Hi, Queen. Yes, I gotta know. Cosmo shower? Ooh. Please take it with you. Yes, please. I would like to take it with me. I can put out her fire, but I can't figure out what song is playing. Because I have to shuffle in between the furniture. Wow. Okay. Alrighty. I just wanted to know what song was playing, that's all. Alright, there's Cap'n. Where is our recipe? Not over here, apparently. Well then, before I go over to the other side, I'm going to put... One, we need to do this. We need to get the, what's it called? And two, we're gonna put a bridge down, literally right here, in front of the water. It literally, Okay, well, I'm gonna make it freaking even. Whether they like it or not. First things first, I'm gonna catch this fish. So that the fish is out of the way. No fish are being harmed in the making of me moving things. Fuck that, it's a boot, so didn't even need to catch it. Whatever. And we're going to the other side. We're gonna do some waterscaping here. Thank you. Let me imagine it. Let's see. What if I put it one forward here? Let me imagine it. Is that a little better? I think that might be a little better. Let's do that. And then I'm gonna fix the water on this side. And then we're gonna jump across the river so I can fix it to make this little section a little bit wider. Because I simply do not care about these 3 lilies here. Bum-bum. Waterscaping permit? Because that's near a tree. Okay, well that's rude. Tell the tree too bad. Okay. Considering that's all I had wanted. Great. Perfect. Even better. Okay. Cool. Alrighty, let's kick around these snowballs up here, shall we? Where's the other one? Got you. New beetle. Let's go! The dung beetle! That still looks a little small. Okay. Okay. I'm Snowboy! Now listen, thank you for making me. I want to share some knowledge on how to craft a special item. Frozen chair! Make the most perfect version of me, but it's my birthday today and we're meeting for the first time. Take a large snowflake too. Woohoo! For your first snowflake, I look pretty good. With just a little bit more practice, I'm sure you can build a perfect me. How is it not perfect? I think he's pretty perfect. Kind of an old soul, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I get that, but... Alrighty. Let's donate 100K. We've done halfway of that one so far. What else? We need to look for the recipe. And then we can skip to the next day so we can actually go villager hunting a little bit. Yeah, no, he will never see himself like we see him, unfortunately. Because he seems pretty darn perfect to me. I don't know. Also, what's up, Alexa? I hope you're doing well. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Alrighty, shells. A fossil door plate. Perfect. Alrighty, we've got 2 new recipes today already. I deadass thought Sasha was thinking of something. And I'm like, you literally can't leave. Because, I just invited him to my island, so. You literally cannot leave, so. Too bad, so sad. But we will be hunting for some other people today. Just because I'm curious. I want to see what the turnip prices are. Oh, thank God. Okay. We already sold ours like earlier this week. So all I cared about was making a little bit of profit. So we did that, and I sold pretty early. Well, don't mind if I do. What do we have to... Oh, it was for selling shells. Bum, bum, ba-dum. Trash tools. I'm looking at all of these. We have 11 different gyroids. Flower power. We've planted 73 flowers. We've watered 300 flowers. Don't know how we've watered 300 flowers, but okay, I'll take it. We've sold 1,200 weeds. 147 fruits. Let's, we've planted 20. And okay, let's go harvest our other crops. Because we have more crops over there. We have the sugar cane, and then we also have the potatoes. Now that we have them. And I can actually take the bridges over instead of having to use this thing. Which is real nice. Oh. I kind of wanted to harvest them, so we can plant them after. Or water them again after. Here. And then we can sell them. That's what we will go sell, is our veggies here. Our potatoes. For the first time. The first time our potatoes are being harvested. Alrighty, and while I still have my watering can, I'm just gonna do this with these roses here. And then I would like to do this with the white roses. We do want the white roses to grow. Oh, just kidding. My watering can is now gone. Love it. But we do get another 1,000 Nook miles for doing that. Any other ones that we can get? Trash fishing? Oh, let's see if I can get 11 more clams. We can do that. That's for Nook miles. I'm just trying to do easy Nook miles so that we can have a little bit more Nook miles to villager hunt. A little bit more. But after we run out of Nook miles tickets, that's it for us. No treasure islands, no extreme long hunts looking for dreamies. That's why we have a long list. I have a list of ones that I would really like. And then a list of ones that I would like that are on a list that I can take. Because their houses match. Are you for real? my streak is currently. What's the current streak? Can I see? 29. I'm at 29 fish in a row, apparently. Is my streak. I don't know if I'm currently at 29 fish in a row. Or if that was just the most. The highest streak. Alright, we're looking for clams while we fish. We're no longer at 29. Let me see if it changed. No. So that was just my highest one. So that is not. Okay. Not whatever our current one is. Now we're at 0. So that's okay. I just don't need a snow crab for the first time. That's a good one. That one also sells for a good amount of money too. Yo, Lee. Hey, Axel. Something to give you today. Here, have this, Wonk. Okay. Cool. It's a yodel sweater? Don't need anything in return? Perfect. You know, Wonk. What? True friends. Uh-oh. I want him to leave, so I don't really want him to be a true friend. If you're the fishing streak, will always be the thing keeping me from perfection. It's so easy and I still mess up frequently. Yeah. We're at 1. Oh, there was another clam. That is the actual reason why I'm here, is the clams. How did this get here? I did not see this earlier. But okay. Oh, there's another clam. Cool. Alrighty. Alrighty, fish. Sea bass. How many? We've got 4 more slots. I gotta wait for it to not be over top of the pond there. A fax machine. Let's go. Oh, Beardo's in his house now. Sand dollar, sand dollar. Hi, Mikey. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. We're looking for manila clams. Is that... Oh, there was one. Because I need 7 more. There was one there. There we go. Perfect. Bum-bum-ba-doo. I think we only have 1 more spot left in our pockets. Yeah, literally only 1 more spot left. So let's see if we can find 1 more clam. And we'll only need 4 more after that. Any clams? There we go. And then I can just go make fish bait and store it. Okay. Stores drop-off box. Yes. Let's sell stuff. Actually, no, because I have a bunch of crops. Hold up. Let me sell these crops for the actual money that they're worth. Rather than... us putting them in the drop box. Oh, there's the other one. $25,000. Yes, please. Bum ba da ba bum. Ba-dum. I think we Ooh. Oh, you sent me the picture of Flo. Hang on. Here is Flo attempting to leave Max's island. There you go. Flo the penguin. Also, what did you give her to wear? I just wanted you to read it alone, what Flo said. Oh, I didn't read what the rest of it said. I'm so glad you can't read it. I am also glad. Max made his villagers call him Aisler. I did? Oh, it's okay if you did, Mary. Okay, listen. It's not the end of the world. If y'all did. It's a slur I could say, yeah. We need a watering. I didn't say it was 2020. Oh, okay. I need another watering can. The question is, what? Oh, what was new? The frozen chair, ski slope, acorn rug. We got a lot of good ones recently. Can Flo say it? No. I don't think Flo can accurately say it. Can I clip to read? Yes. Oh, Alexa. Well. Listen, I think Max can say it. Yeah, Max can say it. Did you say in her head when you were reading? Oh no. Hey, twin Mike. Oh no. Mm-mm. Is there another option? No. I got most of them. We already got orange. Did we get pink lilies already? I can't remember if we got pink or not. I think we did. There we go. And now let's go over here and just water these ones here. Alrighty. Anything else we need to do today here? I don't think so. I'm gonna catch this fish here. And then I think it might be time for us to skip forward a day. That weren't on purpose, were it? Yes. Yes, it was on purpose. It 100% was on purpose. Please leave my island. There's my dung beetle. Look at my dung beetle. Look at him. Look at my dung beetle. There's somebody that I've been following on TikTok recently who is trying to complete like the bug list of the museum as tattoos. So she's a tattoo artist. I don't know where, but she does have like an accent. I don't know if it's British or if it's Australian. I think it's British. Or like English of sorts. Where she's trying to complete her museum, but of all like bugs. In in tattoos, which is really cool. Oop, big fish. Gosh darn. Oh, this is what I need. Oh, it's a pike. We already have it. Fuck. I will sell it, though. I'm gonna use up the little bait up here that I have. A carp. Oh, I was supposed to finish getting clams. I gotta see how many more I need. I don't think it's that many, but... Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Cool. Pond smelt. Whoever smelt it, dealt it. Small fish. That's okay. We love all fish equally. Even if they're small like that. It's a pale chub. Oh, there's another fish here? Except it's gonna disappear the second I try and catch this one, of course. Of course. It, you know, will disappear right after I catch the other one. Oh, big fish. Thank you. In before sea bass and black bass. So close. It's a big one. I think that was the last bait, right? Which is fine because I gotta do something with all this. All these clams. Bum, bum, bum. How many more, you will post my home address on Twitter? Is this true? No, Jim, it's not true. I hope you're doing well, though. How many more? We need 4 more clams. That does sound like Max. There's 3. I just need 1 more now. One more clam. Did I pick up the other shells too? I did. Okay, wait. I just heard it. Where was it? There. And then I'm gonna sell all these other clams here. And blue sky. Not on blue sky too. No. I was assuming, yeah, that was going to be 1,000 miles. Nice. That felt really good. Alrighty. Let me grab the rest of the shells that are on the beach. Oop, there's another one. Might as well start collecting the rest of them. Where was it? Was it right here? Right there. Got it. We're at 53 out of 100. Don't worry, we're not catching all 100 today. That would be miserable. Just kidding, we're letting that clam go. Oh, they're all sand dollars, and I didn't need to get rid of that one, but let's catch one more fish then instead. And then we can sell what we've got. And then we'll skip to the next day. I believe I have 2 Nook Miles tickets. And then we have 25,000 Nook Miles. So they're 2K a piece for each Nook Miles ticket. So we will have 12. Well, 14 total. So we'll see how many we can get to in 14 islands. I'm gonna get rid of these rocks. Every little bit helps. I'm also going to hit some of these rocks that are over here. See if one of these is the money rock. Fingers crossed it's this one. It is. Let's go. And then we'll donate another... $40K to the bridge real fast, and then we'll skip to the next day. Alrighty. Save and go to the next day. Here we go. Time to actually villager hunt, gamers. Now that we've prepped everything. And I got some more Nook Miles. Just a little bit on that day. Nothing too crazy. Oh, and it'd also be KK Slider Day too. So I should actually time travel to after 6 p.m. So that we can kill 2 birds with 1 stone at the same time. In December is if... Oh no, Saturday. Damn. I was like, wow, it's going to be Friday the 13th. It's not. It is a Saturday. Alrighty. We'll have to request a new KK Slider song. Bum. Bum. Let's see. What bugs can we catch? Oh, we could get an emperor butterfly from 5 p.m. on. We can catch a... what else? Here in wintertime. In December. We already caught the dung beetle. Or just an emperor butterfly, I think. And a snail, but that's... you can't really catch a snail in the winter. I don't really know how that works. A centipede? And a spider from a tree. Not a tarantula, but a spider. So. Yay! Isabel's gonna give us a new recipe. Snowflake wreath! Yay! I know I say it every time she does it, but I love the little... What the fuck are you doing up here? Get out! I hit your ass with a... Get out. Get away from my house up here. Nook shopping. Axel. I hope his ass does not try and come into my house right now. I'm not in the mood. For him to... I hate Weirdo. So much. Alrighty, KK Hop. What do we got? Okay, okay. I feel it. I've got 2 more to add. A jingloid? Hang on wall. Oh, okay, so we already have that one. Let's move some around here. So that's a new one. This is a new one. We have 2 repeats so far, which is actually pretty good. And at least they're in different colors, too. So I will take that. Greatly. I'm going to put this into storage. And this into storage. And this into storage for now. And then... we are going to take... ooh, our 3 Nook Miles tickets that I have. And... I should have enough. Yeah. I mean, I have a decent amount of stuff in my pockets right now. Still. Oh, actually, no, I need to put the clay away. I don't want the clay. I will take some... I will take some rocks. But that's it. Okay, let's leave my house before anybody else tries to enter. Before anyone else tries to plan a surprise visit to my house here. Alright, let's find my fossils and we'll... I think I'm just gonna leave them outside the museum with the dung beetle. And then we will skedaddle. I love Animal Crossing in the winter. Only because I love to hear like the sound of the snow crushing underneath underneath my feet. It's real nice. We will have to cut down a lot of these, like, money trees that used to be money trees, and now they don't have any money on them, so now it's time for them to go. Pretty much. Kind of trees. For us. I'm looking for my fossils for the day. Where are they? There's our empty plot. Now that Bonbon is gone. We will go looking in just a little bit here. There's a fossil. I've gotten 2 so far today. Hello, Sasha. Our little buddy, Sasha. He's great. Thinking about what to do, and I almost had an idea. Almost. A low bird. Oh, there's some money. And a money tree for us. Thank you. Don't mind if I do. Okay, there's a snowball. I gotta find out where the other snowball is. It's over here. Okay. See if we can make a perfect one. How has she been live for 27 hours? I haven't. You know that. Oh, apparently. Yes! Okay, we did it. Yeah! It's a perfect one! Hi, welcome, no longer in a cult. Welcome on in. Also, hi, Ray. Welcome. Yes! Have you visited my island yet? I have not. And I will not be. Yes. We built some perfect snowmen. What? Yeah. Snow Maestro. We have to make, like, I'm assuming 20 or 30 perfect snowmen. So, every day that we have snow like this. Oh, KK's here. I'm looking for our remaining fossils. We should have 2 more. I just have to find them. This is a red one from 2 white ones. We don't want it. Okay, I can sell it. Ooh, why do I have a... Oh. Oh, this is a white one. Wait, wait, wait. Do we need this one? No. Gosh darn it. Where else did we get a hybrid? Anywhere? No. Great. Okay. Oh, we don't need a water today because today is it's snowing. So we're just chilling. But now let's... Still looking for 2 fossils. There's one. We need one more. And then we will go and start to hunt. And then we'll be hunting. We'll hunt and then we do our KK Slider song after. Where is my recipe of the day? It's either here or on the very short little bit of. Okay, it's on the very short little bit right in front of the store. It's fine. Okay. It's fine. There's our last one. Okay, cool. Dug up a fossil. Told you I was an alien? I mean, I did fall from the sky, you know. The butterfly that I wanted. Get it, get it, get it, get it, get it, get it, get it. Hi, Adam. Welcome on in. Get over here. Yes. Okay. We got it. It's an emperor butterfly. I found an emperor butterfly. And I'm about to set it right outside the museum, just as I place down all of these fossils. If I drop this item, does it go away? It's a snowflake, you know? I don't want to do that. Alrighty, let's start. I'm going to start with just these 3 Nook Miles tickets. We'll see what kind of villagers we get. If they're on my list, I will take them. There are obviously ones that I would prefer other than others. But I have a list of people, so if they are on it, I will take it. Once we officially finish this challenge, if we ever want to go back and villager hunt, we can do that by using treasure islands to actually get what we want, but... For now, we're gonna see what we get. Ideally, we do not get another snooty villager, because we have 3 that I would like to keep, so... anything but a snooty villager. And if they are not on one of my, like, extended lists, I don't want them. I have a list of ones here that I really want. Agnes, Walker, Blair, Bree, Caroline, Eloise, Eugene, Lily, Nan. These are the ones that are currently on my island. Right? But I have a bigger list of ones that I still will take. But they cannot be snooty. That is my only thing. Because I believe currently Julia Snooty, Olivia Snooty, and Pearl is Snooty. And I'm keeping Sasha, who is a lazy male. So we already have one lazy. Alrighty. So, we are going to take advantage of all of our Nook Mile stuff here. Not another big bear. Who are you? Grizzly? So now if I do this, if I add an encounter, if I type Grizzly, add encounter, unauthorized? Yes, I... Huh? Oh. Apparently it didn't realize that I should be logged in. Add new encounter. Grizzly. Ta-da! It'll pop up there. Look at that. Wow. So fun. Gross. Get away from me. We have two big bears already. One is Ursula, which she's fine. And then the other is Beardo. And Beardo I would like off my island. So, that's just where we're at. I am picking the weeds because we need to sell a dramatic amount of weeds. We've already sold 1,200. We need to sell a lot more eventually. And I will take that fish. Thank you so much. We're gonna take the fruit with us as well, so that we can sell it. This is not our native fruit. And I'm gonna take the shells. Don't mind if I do. Hi, Mokarino. Come on in. Hope you're doing well. I'm gonna shake some trees. We're getting all of our money's worth of with our Nook mileage here. It looks like these trees are only pear trees, so we're just gonna grab all of them. Before I move to the other side of the island, I'm gonna hit this rock. Bum, 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 bum. Ba-da-doo. Bum, 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 we can sell the pears because apples are a native fruit, so it'll help us as well. To get more money. Let's see if Oh, didn't mean to do that. My bad. Okay, well, that ended that. My bad. Didn't mean to do that, but it's okay. It was just gonna be free anyways, so we'll take it. I am gonna go as quickly as I can. But obviously we're still pillaging the entire island. So we'll take a little bit of time, but not too much time. Because as stated, we will take We'll do the rocks and we'll do the trees with the fruit and our normal shakedowns of the other trees. If we have any. But we will not be chopping any trees, really. Wow, no recipe. Let's see, is there a recipe up here at the top? If there is, that's great. No recipe. That's fine. Okay, cool. Great. Big sad. Okay. Okay. 2 more rocks to hit, and let me just grab the pears from this tree while we're up here. We got a lot of pears. We got a lot of fruit that we've been eating. We're gonna be eating here. That's fine. Have I gotten a piece of gold yet? No! Look at that! There's the King Tut mask. Yeah, I've never gotten a piece of gold before. In this game. This playthrough. I obviously have it in other playthroughs, just not this one. Alrighty, here we go. Last rock. Also kind of looking for a centipede. I guess it's not really yet. I think it's after 7 p.m. Okay, we walked out of here with 2 gold, so I'll take that. Let's go. I'm ready to go home. I'm gonna set the fruit down on the ground outside the airport. Because there's a little bit too much of it for me to keep in my pockets per island. Oops. And when we need more Nook Miles tickets, in just a little bit, we can sell them. Alrighty. Who do we think our next one's gonna be? Oh, Freya. I do really... Oh, I don't want to go visit someone. God dang it. I clicked on the wrong one. I do really like Freya. I want to fly. Is Freya on my list? Let's see. I want to say so because her house is like normie. She is on my list. Okay. Out of the wolves, I do really like Freya. I like a lot of the wolves. Fang, Kyle is fine. Lobo's fine. I like Whitney a lot. I like Wolfgang a lot. They're all great. Audie is only not on my list because her house is a little bit funky. But Audie is pretty cute. We haven't gotten a chicken before. Or any mice? That would be good. We haven't gotten any pigs either. We haven't gotten a lot. Alrighty, I don't need to sell my apples because there are apples and I have apples on my island. So we're just gonna grab it. Mira is a funny mouse to get. I don't like Mira. So I simply hope we do not get her. I do not like any of like the weird like superhero ones. Shut up! Shut up! We found Sherb! No way. Hang on, is Sherb on my list? Sherb is not on my list. Do you know how sad this is? Because what does his house look like? He's so cute though. I almost just want to take him, just to take him. What's his house look like? So his house looks like that. It doesn't look like a normal like square house. Which is why I didn't want to take him. So I will pass on Sherb, unfortunately. But he is very cute. Your list is whack, woman? It's because I just want like normal shaped houses. So sad. Do I keep him? Now I'm kind of regretting it. We could put Sherb next to Sasha on the beach there. And if I take Sherb, and because I like Sherb, and he's very sweet, then I won't have to get more Nook Miles tickets. Do I make an exception to the house rule? Get him? I'm thinking I just might. I'm gonna collect all these weeds and then I'll decide. There he is. Oh, I did this rock wrong. Real bad. Oh god. Yeah. Oh. Mini villager hunt really was mini, huh? I'm thinking so. I'm thinking so. It's okay, I can make another shovel. Because we're gonna have to shake some trees here too. I'm thinking so here. Alrighty, let's shake. Nice. cute DIY table. That's how we know that it's good. We gotta take sure. Flip a coin. Okay, his house is bright blue. We already have one bright blue house, which is Sasha. So if we take Sherb. Nope, nope. Gosh dang it. Okay. I was standing in a weird spot. I hate that for me. What do I need to make medicine? Oh, a wasp nest and weeds. I can do that. We'll make it right now. Yeah, because we have to sell a lot of weeds. That's why I'm picking up all these weeds. Alrighty, I don't want to meet Sherb for the first time with an eye, with this whatever stuff I have on my eye being stung. I'm trying to think of design-wise how I want to do it. I could put... So since we have two blue ones... You were just making time? Oh, no, I, like, actually needed it. Why are we cleaning up a mystery island? No, I need the weeds to sell them. We have to sell, like, over 5,000 weeds. Hee hee. And we're at 1,200, and I've already cleaned up my entire island, so... Hee hee. Alrighty. Nope, how about we take the medicine, not drop it on the ground? There we go. Hey, if we take Sherb, we still have one island ticket left over. Where'd he go? Oh, now Sherb's leaving me. There we go. What is he? Okay, he's another lazy villager. Okay. We may have to get rid of one of our snooty villagers, and I think it'll have to be Pearl eventually. I'm taking Sherb. I immediately folded the second I saw a cute villager. Okay, well, that hunt ended. Hunt settings. Update hunt stance, completed. Change status. It completed. We ended our hunt. We're fine. Cool. Wanna come to mine? I immediately folded the second I saw Sherb. I love these little baby goats too much that are so cute. I'll make like a little like beachy area for Sherb and for Sasha together. We'll make that happen. Her house is a diner? Pashmina's house? No way, really? Let me look. Oh, I can't see what's inside. Hold up. I want to see what the inside of her house looks like. Pashmina house. ACNH. Let's see on the wiki. Shut up. That's very cute. For anyone else that would like to see. Here's Pashmina's house. It is very good. She's great. Animal Crossing's New Horizons? That's not correct, but okay. Yeah, she's wearing like the little like rainbow sweater. She's a sisterly one. A sisterly goat. But pretty cool. When I first like looked it up, I thought it was this one. I was like, wow, that looks like such a cute house. With all these like flowers and such, but that's not her house. That is not her house. So. Alrighty, we found Sherb. So we have 2 lazy now and 3 snooty. So we may have to get rid of a snooty. And we need a peppy. We currently have no peppy. We have 1 normal. 1 jock. 1 sisterly. 1 of all the others. But no peppies right now. Okay, I'm gonna drop this here so I can go sell everything else. While we wait. Do I have a sand dollar in my pocket? Oh, I do. I can pick it up. A snazzy pansy wreath. I will absolutely take it. Alrighty, let's go sell everything now. And then let's get our KK slider song. And get Sherb to our island. What is... Oh, it's a watch up there. I was like, what in the world is that? What do you need today? I want to sell. All those fruits for 42,000. Woohoo! Alrighty, let's go. Listen to KK. I will pay off the rest of our house. Not our house, the other bridge. Sorry, I shouldn't have said house, but the rest of our other bridge. And then we'll get Sherb here. Ooh, what are you? Hi, G-Money. Welcome on in. A koi fish. Beautiful. Alrighty. Hey, KK. The scene's not the scene until you make the scenely. Well, thank you, KK. Thank you, KK Slider. Don't mind if I do. Let me actually bookmark this tab. Bookmark this tab. Other bookmarks. Done. Cool. KK songs. Since I made my check mark. I'm going to request Animal City. I'd love that. Actually, no. Let's request Bubblegum KK. Hee hee. Oh, nope. We can all use a little bubblegum KK now. No, the Panera Killer Lemonade. I miss it so dearly. Bubblegum KK. How about you cop a seat so I can get started? Sounds good. It's just me and Ursula. Right on, and tune up ready for the roll. Who's in the mood for a little bubblegum KK? Here we go. Crank it. Bum bum bum. Bum 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 bum. I love the little bum bum. Oh, do you see Sasha that appeared very vaguely in the background? Oh my god. Sasha, there he is. Look at him. Is he coming to sit down? No. He's just walking around. Oh, this game is a perfect game. I love it. This game is a perfect game. I love it. This game is a perfect game. I love it. Thanks, KK. Love you. Okay, so now we have Bubblegum KK, and then we also picked up KK Hop yesterday. Well, now we have a whole lot of miles as well, too. Anything else we need to get? Hair colors, new reactions. Let's do custom designs patterns plus. And then we'll do the other reactions one. I don't know what it's gonna do. Change up my home's vibe. Got it. Okay, the new reactions notebook. Only because I know that we can get more Nook Miles for more reactions, so I'm not kind of okay with it, with spending more to get more. Yeah, there's another group of them. Yeah, reaction ruler. There we go, we got 2K for that one. Spent 3K, got 2. You know, once paid for that, when the update comes out, without realizing that I would have to pay real money because I needed to use it and didn't have Nintendo Online. Oh. Huh. Interesting. I didn't realize that was a thing. Okay, I do not have Agent KK yet. Oh, because apparently I got rid of the image for it as well. My bad. ABD, what's in our money? Oh, we got 73,000 in here. Do I want to finish the bridge? We'll see what we have in terms of the bridge. How much more money I have to give. Because I cannot remember. We are going to skip. The next day here in just a moment. I need to see how much more bridge we have to get. Hey, buddy. I know it's under 100K. Oh, you need a Nintendo Online to use custom pass? I did not realize that. That's what I was confused with. We'll help a little bit. We'll do another 40K. Actually, no, we won't. Because tomorrow is... That was really loud. I'm so sorry. I turned it up for Bubblegum KK, and now it was too loud. What's it called? What color is it? Ooh, cute. Alrighty. Let's put our Bubblegum KK in here. Our big ass speaker. Finally move this out of the way. Cool. Let's save. Go to the next day. Buy our turnips on the stock market and then go from there. Oh, sorry. Brain. Controllers? How to use mouse... Oh, it's how to use mouse controls. I was like, what's going on with my controllers? No. It says how to use mouse controls. Alrighty, let's get Sherb to our island. And let's change this to 8 a.m. So that what's-her-name is on our island. Daisy May. Our beautiful friend, Daisy May. Party. Next time. Next day. Bum, bum, bum. Our mini villager hunt really turned into a mini villager hunt. I think that's how we found Julia too. Is it took like how many? Like 2 or 3 Nook Miles tickets? Why can't I push away from the table? Struggling here to move the wheels of my chair today. And today we have visitors staying at the campsite! Let's go! Let's see if it's somebody good. If it's somebody good at our campsite, I'm kicking somebody off my freaking island again. I do not care. And then we'll go and get... We will go and get our Nook Miles tickets. Not Nook Miles tickets, our, what are they called? Turnips. We got a Happy Home Academy pendant. Ba, 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 ba. Agent KK. Alrighty. We now are 30% of the way done with all of our KK songs. Woohoo! Ba-da-da-da-da-dum. I'm not changing it though from Bubblegum KK. Alright, let's go find Daisy May. Let's go find more of the rolling... What are they called? Snowballs. Why can I not? I'm having a hard time finding my words today. Before we buy our turnips, we are going to donate our fossils, and then obviously whatever fossils we don't need, we can sell. Hello, Orange Lily. That is apparently here. I didn't particularly want that to grow, but that's fine there. Sure. Okay, we're at 2 fossils so far. Any other ones here? Oh, there's more weeds though. Those are normal. There's another pink one. I will take the pink one. And move it out of the way over here. Those away. Alrighty, we don't need another white one. yellow. I don't need more white. Let me just double check. Nope. I need the orange ones down here to give me a purple one. I will take the pink ones. You don't need more pink lilies. You do need black ones. I don't need another red rose. You do not need... I guess that's it. Alrighty, we just gotta water over here. Oh. I'll move the rest of the pink and the orange that I have here. Oh, actually, no, I can harvest them. Okay, cool. We'll do that too. We'll add that to our selling stuff so that we can have more money for turnips today. Before we complete the bridge. I would like to complete this bridge today during stream, and then I would like to at least place down the second one. Which is gonna go in front of this waterfall right below me. Or like right to the right here. Right here. So just like the one up at the top, it'll go in the same spot. Alright, I'm missing 2 fossils. I don't want that. I want this. Thank you. Gosh darn it. We have to wait for it to cross the river now. Hi, Sasha. We'll wait. There we go. And what do we got? A kitchen dishwasher. Alrighty. Party. Okay, here's our the new one. That's cool. I am gonna put down our orange ones because they are hybrid. Did you throw one in the water on purpose? I did, yes. Oh, and we now have... Okay, so the pink lilies are new. Nice. I think we have all the pink ones now? Except for mums. I don't have mums yet. So... Where is... It's now 9 a.m. on my island. Ooh, even better that we have some bells here too. That I can also use to buy more. What's it called? There's Sherb! Sherb's house! We'll go in to talk to him a little bit later. I'm looking still for the 2 fossils here. I gotta find out where the other ball... Oh, it's over here. I was like, where's the other... But yes. I have not been bit by a tarantula or a scorpion yet. But I have been obviously stung by wasps twice. I have done that achievement. A little bit bigger. Nope, no, 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 no. Don't put the head on top like that. You're looking at a pure snowfolk perfection right there. But you know that. You made me. Woo! We made another perfect one. Build snowfolk. That's our extra Nook Mile one. That's also because we have to do a bunch of like perfect ones. Technically, those ones are the only two that have counted for perfect so far. As we've only made 3. Because we've only had 3 days with snow. So. Oh, we'll also have our campsite villager to see. I hope it's somebody good, and I hope they want to kick off Beardo or Spike. Please. Alrighty, let me just look for this. There we go. And then we need our 2. Our 2 fossils. Let's see if we can find it here. Find them here. I'll check over here and then I'll go up top again. I don't know if I see them up top, but we'll look. Oh, there's one. Just kidding! Alrighty, I'm gonna go talk to the melting snow folk as well too over there. Oh, it's a gyroid. Squeezoid, that might be a new one. I hope it's a new one. Yeah, we've only found 2, so where are the other 2? Oh, well, there's one. Snow peeps have it easy when it comes to working out. One good freeze and we got muscles like sculpted steel. Oh, there's a bunch over here. Oh, we got double gyroids today. A rumbloid. Let's go. It is a lot easier to find fossils in the wintertime. That is for sure. Alrighty, I'm jumping over so that we can get these fossils all looked at. Oh, nope. I didn't want that. I didn't want the axe. We should have more fossils outside here. And I'm just gonna drop this in the meantime. Okay, that should be good. We should have 6 spots for all of these. And hopefully at least one of our fossils can be donated. If it doesn't get donated, I'm gonna be real sad because there's 8 of them. Oh, and I have to go have my daily coffee. The only good thing at least would be we found the dung beetle and the other butterfly. So we will have that. At least we can go sell it. We found the... where is it? Dung beetle. And the butterfly that I can mark off. We're 30% of the way done with our bugs. Make a donation. My emperor butterfly and my dung beetle. That's it. Alrighty. These were Nook Miles tickets to give them a praise today. Get my fossils assessed. And now we leave. And I'm gonna see. I can leave. I'm gonna pick up the potatoes. I can leave those there for now. But until I come back. After selling some stuff here. And then we go find Daisy May again. That lily should not be there. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, well there's Daisy May. That will make it really easy for us. Oh yeah, there's a little dog. I want to sell. I already have the garden lantern, so I don't need that. So what would you like to sell? I would like to sell everything except for turnips. TBH. I would like to sell 8 different fossils. 53k, let's go. How much is it? 30k. Oh my god! A kitchen island is 170,000? Girl, I didn't even pay 170,000 for my kitchen island. Who was paying 170,000 for that? Yes, 93 bells. I'll buy some. I would like to buy the max. Actually. No, let's do. It was 177. Let's do 17D. Alrighty. We're gonna have a lot of turnips inside our house here. Our whole pockets are full of turnips. Alrighty. Well, let's go, deal with that. I'm gonna go put them all away. And then we can go from there. I'm gonna go talk to Sherb. And we're also gonna go and... What else am I gonna go do? Oh, we're gonna go meet the new campsite villager. That's also important. Yes, there is room. Who's here? Really? I'm so mad. You did. Get out of my house. Is it a bad time? Yes, it is. Get out of my house. A pear. Oh, well, thanks for a pear. Bye. Get out, Axel. Just like when Ursula showed up uninvited. I did not invite you to my house. Please do not come over. Me to just about everybody. I did not invite you to my house. Please do not show up. Sincerely, Lee. Alrighty. I think Campsite Villager first and then Sherb? Somebody good, somebody good, somebody good, somebody good, somebody good, somebody good, not ugly. Ooh. Hard pass. Hard pass. Ooh, yikes. No thanks. Who even is she? That was Willow. Oh, she is on... She does have a normal house. Is she on my list, though? I can go back in to talk to her. I technically made a list, but... No, I didn't include her on my list because I thought she was ugly. Okay. Good. I was like, some I included because I was like, I'd be okay with taking them and they have a decent house. And then some I just included because of their house. But... Oh, my two cats have the zoomies. But she is ugly. Something about the the neon yellow and the pink there. Hard path on that. Let's do some Nook shopping here. KK Cruising, a good one. I'm going to take out... not 7. 40k. And we'll just keep that on us for now. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Boo boo boo. Alright, let's go talk to Sherb. Let me see if there's any other, new fish I can catch. Because that might be something else for us to do. Hi, Sherby baby. Hello. Let's play every day, boy. Thanks, Sherb. Okay, I already got my recipe for the day. Let me just check and see if there's any bugs that we need during this time. And then we'll just, I don't know, not any bugs, sorry, any fish. That's during the rain. Can't really catch that. That's 9 p.m. onward. We've already caught that one. Already caught that one. Ooh, some off of the pier. We can catch a tuna or a blue marlin off the pier. Let's go look. I don't know what you are, but I would like you. Another black bash. Alright, let's go over by the pier. We'll just keep our eyes peeled. Now that we've bought our turnips already. For any big fish over here. Doo -doo -doo. There is a fish, but this would technically not count as a pure fish, I don't think. We'll see. No, it does not. What other fish can we catch that's not on the pier? I'm just gonna walk away for a second so that we can try and get that to respawn. Let's see. Blowfish is 9 p.m. to 4 a.m. What else? Anything? Stringfish 4 p.m. to 9 a.m. They're all nighttime ones. That's the same one. 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. Maybe we need to come back at night. After 4 p.m. We've only been fishing in the morning here. What was the other one? It was 9 p.m. to 4 a.m. Okay, well, maybe we'll just do a couple of 4 p.m. onwards. I'm gonna grab the shells. Grab these couple of fish. And then we will go from there. Shells. Fish. We'll have to collect some more manila clams as we go along. I don't know what fish this is. It's either a mackerel or a squid. Oh, no, it's not. It's a dab. Just kidding. Big kidding on that one. Let's go back and see if there was a... Oh, what's up, Axel? Get your exercise in, bud. Any fish come over here? Nope. Any other shells? Let's see. Taking a stroll by all the fish. Sasha, do you need me? Yes. I wanted to show you a reaction today, but now I can't remember what it was. It was that one! Because where does that star even come from? I love the lazy villagers so much. Where does that star even come from? Alrighty. Let me do my pass through with the shells. Pick up all the shells. Because we have to sell them. You know the deal. Plus our couple of fish. We'll sell some coconuts while we're at it. Yes, I still have all this trash on my beach. I don't really care. I'll pick up the wood at least. And the clay. We'll pick it up eventually. Every time I click down on it, I like jump a little bit. It's like I don't want to mess it up every time. So I literally like jump a little bit. Every single time. Ooh, big fish. Give me a good one. Damn. It's just a black bass. Gosh darn it. I was hoping it was a better one. It looked like it could have been nicer. We'll grab this fish and then sell. And go from there. Any bugs? Any good butterflies over here that we can snatch? Not necessarily a good one, but it is a butterfly, nonetheless. Any butterflies on these ones over here? No. That's where I have all my pink ones. Okay, I thought Sherb was thinking. He is just sitting down. Not Sherb, Sasha. I thought Sasha was thinking, but he's just sitting down, so we're fine. Alrighty, sell these. Let me skip to the next day. $20,000. I'll take it. For selling shells. Nick Miles ticket. How many more for selling shells? Go ahead, be selfish. 2 more. Gosh darn it. We've almost sold 500 shells. That's why I've been trying to sell as many as I can every day. So. Alrighty, we will play through one more day for today's stream. Tomorrow, I will hopefully upload like a schedule for like the next little bit. Because of American Thanksgiving in the next couple of weeks. So plus holidays and so forth. Oh. So I will put out a schedule again for the next 2 months. Especially because I have to work on Sunday. So, fun stuff. We're playing through one more day. I'm not ending yet. It's 8:15. We're fine. I could chug like a gallon of water, though. That'll be what I will do the second I finish stream. Oh, never mind. Thank you for stream. Okay, sounds good. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I'm gonna make a calendar. because of American Thanksgiving. But I do have to work on Sunday so that I can pretty much have Thanksgiving off. So... Oh, right! Isabel giving us another DIY. Perfect. I will be trying to go live on Sunday evening. Instead. But healthcare doesn't stop because of a holiday, so I'm trying to... I have to like flex my schedule a little bit. So to have Friday off, I have to work on Sunday. This one is also another good one too. KK Cruisin' slaps. Alrighty, we're gonna do our daily tasks. We gotta find our fossils. You know the drill. Who's here? Okay, no one that I can see. So it doesn't look... It's very clearly not red. Is what it is. Boo, boo. Bum, bum, bum. See ya, buddy. I'm kind of an island superstar today, but I'm one good transoceanic wind current away from going global. Ooh. Someone's little bag. I hope it's sure. It's also 4 p.m., so I'm going to try and catch some of those other fish as well, too. We're just going to go big fishing today. After I find out where these freaking fossils are. No fossils? Excuse you. I would like some fossils. They're probably right in front of the museum if I had to guess, but you know, I would appreciate it if they were down here instead. Just those flowers. Let me get just the orange tulips here. I don't want all of the tulips, just the orange ones, so that they give me a purple one. And then just the white windflowers, so that they give me blue windflowers. And then just the pink and the blue windflowers, so that I can get a purple one. Alrighty. Yeah, I thought there was an extra Nook Miles ticket thing for doing that. Alrighty. No fossils. Where are you, fossils? There's one. Okay, we found one fossil. There's our gyroids from the other day. And the piece of furniture from the tree. Nothing. That was the only other one. So we they have to all be on the main island. I've searched everywhere else. Okay, wrong spot. Cool. There's one. That makes 2 for today. Is Sherb in his house? He is. We can go take a look at what his cute little house looks like. Oop, and there's our snowman balls. Snowballs. To make our snowman. There's Sasha again. Alrighty, let's make our snowman then. I think I'm gonna keep him down here by the beach. We've got a beach view here. For a little while. Let me grab the other snowball. A little big. Woo! We did it. Never mind. They still consider him perfect, so I'll take it. Frozen partition. Oh, wait, actually here. Sasha, is this yours? You lost this? Ew, a beardos again. I don't want to give it back to him though. Just another way for them to get me to talk to him. I don't really want to do that. How many fossils is that? Just 2? Here's 3. Just throw it in the trash. Can you? Can I throw it in the recycling? Does that work? Oh, he's right here. Fuck you. I hope that means you leave my island faster. Ew. A jockey uniform? Not the jockey part, but just the fact that he's giving me it. Oh, I put it away instead of burying it. That is my bad. Bury in the hole. There we go. Alrighty, one more fossil out here. Where are you, fossil? Oh, Sahara's here. I think we can hold off on Sahara for a little bit longer. I don't think we need her right now. Is Beardo an OG resident? No. I mean, he was my first campsite villager. So, yes, but like, no. He just won't frickin' leave. Same with my OG villagers. They won't leave either. Bonbon, that we just had leave, she was technically one of the first 5 as well. But... okay, there's the recipe. So she was able to leave, but I can't seem to switch it over to be Beardo. A tree standy. Alrighty, let's... I'm gonna try fishing a little bit. I still can't find that last fossil. A little stinky. We'll try fishing a little bit because it's after 4 p.m. now. There will be some... I can't remember where the other fish are. Oh, just kidding. Alrighty, I'm gonna pick up the shells though and we'll sell those. And then I will have my stuff looked at, my fossils looked at. And then we will go to Nook's Cranny to sell everything. I was really hoping my last fossil would be over here, but I see that it's not. And that's really upsetting. Oh. Alexa, Devin. We lost another one. Oh, yep. Where's my last fossil? Oh, it's right there. Oh my god. I can't see for shit. There was always a link somewhere. Facebook knows I'm coming over to fish. Oh, yes! There's something new! Let's fucking go! Make a donation. More than one. Damn, just one. Pet your body. Let's go. I know it's not Petra. It is Terra. But that finishes the Terra. The Pterandon. I'm so good. But that's another one done. We're 88% complete with the fossils. Woohoo. I'm gonna go get my daily coffee now. Yes, please. You want pigeon milk in that? Yes. Thank you for the pigeon milk. No. I don't want to question it. I don't want to know where he got it from. Because he is a pigeon. And pigeons don't make milk. There's only 2 options. After that. And I don't think I want to consider the other one. I mean, oats don't either, so maybe we're okay. We'll see. We've made it 10 times! Woohoo! Jeff ethically sourced pigeon milk? I mean, it is the pigeon that's offering us the pigeon milk, so... Where/how he got it, I don't know. I don't really care to ask. An ornament! Agreed. It is none of my business, and I don't really care to ask. What? Alrighty, I have to go. Do I want to go outside my house? Or no, let's go into the resident services and I'll craft myself a new fishing pole here. Really? It's just sitting there. Okay, so update, I'm not... But it's got... Yeah. Just continue to blame it on Devin. Are you... Rake? That would be the other one. Maybe we're related somehow? You never know. Not Rake either. I don't know who else you would have mutual. I clicked on the wrong one. I didn't want to do Nook Miles. I wanted Nook Shopping. A castle tower, $250,000. Holy shit. Okay, we already have that. Oh, midwinter sweater. Bathtub with yuzu. Can you put a little capybara in there? I want the sweater though. For sure. I gotta complete the grandpa look. with the grandpa sweater. Okay, let's continue and fish a little bit so we have full pockets after I pick up all the shells as well. See what we can find. Sea bass. Alrighty, I'm gonna walk along the river till we get to the other side of the ocean here. See if there's any other fish for us to catch. Another black bass. How many? Oh, I only have one more spot. Wow. Okay. I'll sell, but then I'm gonna fish some more here. Just a wee bit more. Just kidding. I mean, yes, we will fish just a little bit more, but I wanted to go and bring this away first. Oh, that greenhouse in the back is really nice. Let's also check how much they're selling turnips for today. Not as much as I would have wished. Oop, what do we got? Oh, the shells! We've sold 500 shells! We're halfway to 1,000! Woohoo! How much is the greenhouse? I want it. 7K. 17,000? Yeah, I want it. I just sold that amount. And then I just bought that amount. Gross. Alrighty, let's go on the beach on the other side here. Try and catch a few more, and then I'm gonna go look at the cliff tops a bit. Make sure there's no other fish I can catch. Welcome on in, the small blueberry. Hello. squid. It's off the hook. How are you? I'm doing quite well. How about yourself? Oh, big fish. Okay. Stay calm. Come on, big fish. Damn. So close. One can wish for a better fish. But one may only end up with a sea bass and a horse mackerel. What are we up to? Well, right now we're kind of just... What I'm working on is like a 100% file of ACNH, so I've made up a bunch of extra goals to try and complete. Right now we're trying to catch some different fish. It's after 4 p.m. in my game right now. And in December, as you can see that there's, snow on the ground here. I have to look and see. We've pretty much every day we've been doing our daily tasks. And then going from there. I need to look in the river. From 4 p.m. to 9 a.m. is the days. I never knew. Oh, yeah. Raquel, it can. I've speedrun, like, actually, okay, this is a fake speedrun that I've made up myself. But I have actually done a speedrun for Golden Rod and Golden Net. Golden Net was much easier than Golden Rod. Get someone to take stitches from my island since he is in boxes? Yeah, I just picked up Sherb. He was not on my list for ones to take, but I made an exception because he's very cute. It was a quick... It was a very quick decision. It was a time. Yeah, a time. But we found Sherb in 2 tickets. I stated he was not originally on my list, but I realized I was already gonna have a blue housed villager with Sasha. So I said, why not? Let's just take Sherb. So, feel like you can find a way to speedrun any game. Absolutely, you can. Most certainly you can. Okay. I'm gonna go back over to the pier to see if a new one has spawned. A new fish. I can hear it. I can hear the balloon. Oh, 10k bells, let's go. Makes you feel less bad. About spending that amount earlier. Pretty much any fish that we're catching right now is just gonna help with By the end of this, I need to catch 5,000 fish. So, anything that we catch is just going to be helpful at that point. At this point. That point, this point. Just a little bonus for us. Everything. Boo. A carp. Alright, let's look over by the pier again. I see there's that fish. I'll come back over and catch it. I know it's going to be a sea bass. And same with whatever you are. We will eventually also have to take some, like, cabin tours as well. Someone finally took my Stitches. Let's go! Let's go! Stitches is very cute. Gosh dang it. That's my own fault. I unfortunately cannot take another bear. I have 2 bears right now and I'm trying to get rid of both of them. Which is Ursula and Beardo. And... wait, is it really 5,000? Not 5,000 in a row, 5,000 total. It is 100 in a row without missing one. Ruby or Bunny or Bon... oh, I just had Bon Bon, Small Blueberry. Oh my goodness. I hope you find her. She's so sweet. I only got rid of her because she was in her, like, the not-so-great houses at the beginning. I still ain't doing all that. Oh, I feel like it just comes over time. Like, if you've been playing for a long time, it's gonna be, like, it's fine. You just end up catching whatever. That was another yellow fish. Yellow perch. Okay, I can catch one more. And then we go sell. I would like a dace. But we haven't found one yet. Yeah, there will be a couple days where we just do marathon streams where we literally just catch fish. So. It'll be great. Might be close at this point if I hadn't deleted my 2020 island, but I will never have that much time ever again. Yeah, understandable. I already have this. It's fine. Okay, no new ones. Even though I wanted a dace. Oop. Turn your head, turn your head, turn your head, turn your head. Come on, fish. There we go. crucian. Oh, just a normal carp, not a crucian carp. Okay. Yeah, let's go sell. If we can complete the bridge, I will take it. How's our eyes open? IDK. Oh, did I check turnip prices? I don't think I did. I need to check turnip prices. Get rid of the jockey uniform. That's ugly. Oh, there are coral here. In my pockets. That's okay. What are the turnip prices here? If it's like 200, I'm gonna go grab them and sell them. Ooh! Hell no. Alrighty. Let's call it there then for today, gamers. Pretty good. We almost finished the turnip price. What is that? Command. I don't know what command that is. Nasty. I just want to get a 69% turnip price. We could set, I could set a command for just give you a number between 1 and like 500. If that's what we want. Do you want a turnip price command? $503. Is 503 the highest? We can look and do that. Alrighty, let me see who's currently live. Let me see if this person is staying live. If she is staying live, then we will go and do that. Okay, it looks like she is staying live. So, we're gonna raid Kate. Because Kate Anderson is playing, Animal Crossing. For the first time in 3 years, apparently. So, we'll head over in that direction. There is our lovely raid messages, gamers. I will be live again tomorrow at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. We will... What should we do tomorrow? Continue our daily tasks. I might just sleep a bunch / time travel a bunch and only do the fossils. Try and finish the fossils tomorrow. And just do that. Kind of ignore everything else and just do that. Except for the snow boys. And we have turnips. So I have to look for turnip prices. So we'll just do those. So I think goal for tomorrow is to try and finish the museum. Because we are at, as I said, 88%. I think there's like less than 10 that we need. So with that being said, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your evening, a wonderful rest of your day, wherever you're in the world. And I will catch you all very, very soon. Goodbye.
Wow. That's genius.
Lee! Hi, Lee!